Little People, Big World's Jeremy and Audrey Roloff spill surprising post-show Secre. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For Roloff family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Life Beyond Reality TV. Little People, Big World, LPBW, was never just a reality show, was a deeply personal lens into the triumphs, trials, and transitions of the Roloff family. Over the years, fans witnessed the children of Amy and Matt Roloff grow up, get married, and start families of their own. Among them, Jeremy Roloff and his wife Audrey Roloff became standout personalities. Known for their strong Christian values, entrepreneurial ventures, and large online presence, the couple made headlines again, recently not for another book or podcast episode, but for spilling a surprising secret about their lives post-show that's sending ripples through the LPBW fanbase. In this in-depth exposé, we'll explore what this secret really is, how it fits into their journey after exiting the show, and what it means for their brand, marriage, family, and relationship with the rest of the Roloff clan. The Roloffs step away from the spotlight. In 2018, Jeremy and Audrey announced they were leaving Little People, Big World, to focus on their family and personal projects. Their departure marked a turning point in the show's narrative, as many fans had become invested in their storylines. After 14 years, over 300 episodes, and 17 seasons, the time has come, Jeremy wrote on Instagram. It's an end of an era. For Audrey, who joined the show after marrying Jeremy in 2014, the departure was both bittersweet and necessary. She had grown weary of the cameras, the constant public commentary, and the lack of creative control. Yet, leaving the show didn't mean stepping out of the public eye. In fact, it was just the beginning of a new chapter filled with curated Instagram posts, branded content, and self-published books like A Love Letter Life and Creative Love. Still, for all the curated content and well-crafted captions, fans had a sense that something remained unsaid until now. The secret that shook the fanbase. In a June 2025 episode of their popular podcast, Behind the Scenes with Jeremy, Audrey, the couple dropped a bombshell. They had almost signed on for their own spin-off series and turned it down at the last minute. It was going to be about our farm journey, parenting, our marriage, and living out our faith, Jeremy revealed. But we said no, and it wasn't an easy decision. Audrey chimed in, adding that the offer came from a major streaming platform, not from TLC. We had the contract in hand, Audrey said. It was tempting, really tempting, but we knew we'd be compromising too much. The revelation shocked longtime fans who assumed the Roloffs were done with TV for good, but the idea that they could have returned in a big way and decline prompted mixed reactions. Was it noble, was it stubborn, or was there more to the story? Why they really said no. On the surface, the couple's explanation was simple. They wanted to protect their family's values and peace. But sources close to the Roloff family suggest there were deeper layers to the story. Some insiders claim Audrey and Jeremy were concerned about editorial control and the way faith-centered conversations might be watered down for mass appeal. Others point to tensions within the Roloff family as a possible deterrent. A spin-off would likely require cooperation or at least passive approval from other family members, something not guaranteed given long-standing rifts. They didn't want to create more drama with Zach or Tori, one insider hinted. Things haven't been smooth between the siblings for a while. And then there's the question of privacy. While they're active online, a full-fledged reality show would open them up to even more scrutiny, something they've grown increasingly sensitive to as their children get older. What fans are saying. Reactions to the secret were divided across social media. Some praised the couple's decision as a sign of integrity. Respect them so much more for choosing their values over fame, one commenter wrote. Others, however, were skeptical. They're still influencers, what's the difference? Another user asked. Feels like they want all the perks of fame without the responsibility. Still, others expressed disappointment, claiming a spin-off would have provided a refreshing and positive counterbalance to the drama in the original show. Regardless of which side fans are on, the conversation reignited interest in the couple's post-show choices and lifestyle. Building a brand on their own terms. Since leaving LPBW, Jeremy and Audrey have worked tirelessly to establish a brand rooted in faith, marriage, and intentional living. They launched The Marriage Journal, a best-selling relationship tool, their podcast, Behind the Scenes, multiple books, an apparel line focused on
Beting halt 3% a movement aimed at strengthening marriages. They also share regular content about homesteading, raising their kids, Ember, Bode, Radley, and baby Mirabella, and renovating their farmhouse. Rejecting the spin-off was, in their words, an extension of these choices. They want to control their message, not be shaped by an editing room. But doing things on their own terms comes with its own challenges. Family fractures and silent feuds. The Roloff family is no stranger to drama. Jeremy and his twin brother Zach have long had a complicated relationship made worse by the failed negotiations over buying the family farm. While Matt Roloff eventually sold a portion of the farm to outside investors, both Jeremy and Zach made offers to keep it in the family. Neither succeeded, leading to what Matt once called a miscommunication gone bad. Though Audrey and Tori have kept things cordial on the surface, eagle-eyed fans noticed less interaction between the couples online, fewer joint family celebrations, and a clear distance during holidays. Some suspect that Jeremy and Audrey's conservative values and outspoken views might also create ideological tensions within the family, especially with Jacob Roloff and his wife Isabel, who lean more progressive. Would a spin-off have forced those issues into the open? Possibly. And maybe that's one reason they said no. Parenting in the spotlight. A major theme of Jeremy and Audrey's post-show life is intentional parenting. They homeschool their children, limit screen time, and practice what they call slow living. Their focus is on building deep family roots, nurturing faith, and raising kids who are set apart from culture. But they're not immune to criticism. Online parenting communities have often challenged their method, accusing them of being overly rigid, idealistic, or even performative. The couple addressed some of these critiques in a 2024 Instagram post. "We're not perfect, but we are prayerful. Every decision we make, from where we live to how we educate, rooted in our desire to raise kids who love God and love people." Choosing not to do a spin-off may also be about protecting their children from early fame and the kind of public exposure Jeremy himself experienced growing up on TV. Faith, fame, and the future. Faith has always been central to Jeremy and Audrey's identity, but walking the line between Christian influencers and mainstream content creators is tricky. They've been praised by many within the faith community, but also challenged by skeptics who question the mixing of faith and monetized content. Turning down the TV spin-off could be seen as a recommitment to their calling rather than a pursuit of celebrity. They've hinted at new projects on the horizon, perhaps another book, maybe a retreat series, possibly even a subscription-based online community. "We're not disappearing," Audrey said on a recent live. "We're just focusing on what matters most." What this means for LPBW. With Little People, Big World likely not returning for new seasons, the revelation from Jeremy and Audrey adds one final twist to the show's legacy. It answers the question many fans have asked for years. Why didn't they come back with their own show? And now that we know they had the chance, it reframes their post-show journey not as one of rejection, but of redirection. Their decision may also influence other reality stars reconsidering the long-term costs of fame. In an era where authenticity sells, walking away from TV might be the most powerful statement of all. A legacy on their own terms. Jeremy and Audrey Roloff's post-show Secret isn't just a headline, it's a reflection of how they've chosen to live, love, and lead in the years after LPBW. While many reality stars chase spin-offs and sponsorships, the Roloffs have carefully built a world aligned with their vision, not someone else's script. They may not have cameras rolling 24/7, but they've let the world in just enough to inspire a generation of families seeking purpose over popularity. And for those wondering what's next, don't expect silence, just storytelling on